Thokozani, I am Pwabadimu and welcome to announcements. Something I hardly do, but I thought I should do because there's a lot of miscommunication that is going around and asvani nabantu, and so that is why I'm like, let me have my communications done. If it's not from the horse's mouth, then it's not from me. So that is why we are here today, so I can relate. So today I went to get my second jab of the COVID vaccine, and yeah, I feel like I've been smoking weed all day because I just am fatigued. I'm just exhausted. I'm gonna have an early night and it is what it is. So I just need to recover, because I remember with the first one I took, I was just normal, just ebusuku. I was just urinating a lot and feeling like my arm is but I was okay after that. So then I don't know how I'm going to be feeling today, but I'm optimistic and I'm excited that I finally did this, so we can able to move around and do all these things that we want to do, and most of all, our safety. And other exciting news is that South Africa is off UK's red list, and that is good news because I have clients stuck in the UK that need to come back to South Africa with necessary spiritual depth. So I hope I'll be hearing from you soon and you'll be making your way back to the country to sort out what needs to be sorted out. But I was really excited when I heard that. And not so long ago, even a week ago, I was speaking to another ugogo that is in the UK, and she was telling me that she's coming. So I was like, girl, I'm excited because now we will get to do things and be more practical about life. So I'm excited so that you're excited. So I'm here to just shed light on a few announcements so that we avoid confusion. This has been a very tricky week for me, especially work-wise, because this week has been primarily dedicated to virtual consultations. So because of the electricity problems, wow, we haven't been working on a normal schedule, and that has been affecting my work a lot. So in such cases, you wake up and there's no electricity, and obviously the signal is bad, and you cannot connect the way you want to connect. And obviously when it comes to virtual consultations, it's very important that network is good. People that have consulted me will tell you that if your network is bad, I don't carry on, or I don't proceed with the consultation. So I would not also do the same to the next person. That's why I would rather have your appointment rescheduled. So people are just catching feelings over nothing and feeling as though their appointments are being taken back and back and back, not understanding that if I can't work, I can't work. And I need to be fully prepared. It's virtual consultation. It's not like you are here with me. And with these electricity cuts that we've been experiencing, or load shedding, if I might use the term, they spoke about something like until Thursday or Friday. So it might happen that this week will be postponed until further notice, and I'll be taking on other work, because I am avoiding a case where I will reschedule people and you will have your session, and then in the middle of the session network is gone, or I experience a power cut. Now it's hard to explain to a person, and spirit does not say, oh, electricity hambile, we'll wait on you. Spirit is spirit. It works. So I will send necessary communication, but like I always say, if you meant to be at someone's help, or receive necessary confirmation about your life, it will happen, whether it takes 2 days or 18 days later. But at the end of the day, if you were led or brought to my light, it will eventually happen. So can we just calm down? Because everyone's matter is urgent. All of our issues are urgent. I just needed people to understand that part. So because next week was primarily dedicated to face-to-face consultations, we're gonna split the week into two. So half of the day I'll be working on virtual consultations, and then half of the other day I'll be working on walk-in consultations. So that's how I've decided to let everything be. So I will definitely share communication with those that had their appointment schedule. And if you didn't receive any communication, please don't be quiet. Reach out to me or reach out to the WhatsApp line so that either me or my assistant can attend to you, so that we can assist you to get you a new date so you can receive your consultations, because wow, you want them, shame. Yes, I want to give them as well, but the situations right now are not very allowing, so we need to actually work together. So on the 30th of October, it's the cleansing date. So people that are still owing cleansings, people that so you know that that's the date for you. So in case you're interested and want to come through, cleansings are held in Pretoria, and necessary information will be sent out to those booking for the sessions. And yeah, just inquiries, you can come through to the WhatsApp line, etc, etc. And yeah, it is what it is. Cleansing, there's nothing that excites me like cleansing, because you are out there in the nature and it's just good times, you know. And I get to meet a lot of you that I've never met physically, and we only spoken online. So when I get to meet you, you're like, Gogo, it's me. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like a fan. But anyway, so on the 30th of October, that's going to be cleansings. I host cleansings every month end. I don't go to cleansing every weekend. I have a life and I have other things to do and I have work. So I just pile everything also, that when I go to cleansing, it's one trip. It's one trip for me. It works better like that. That's what I'm saying. When you're a person, you need to find what works for you. Don't be a monkey see, monkey do type of person, right? So the mentorship program is back twice for this year, and it's been good. The response was very good when I initially had the post out for the first one. So people were a bit confused, and I saw a lot of people now deciding to do mentorship. And but the whole concept was that I needed mentorship myself when I was going through my spiritual journey, and none was offered to me. So a mentorship program actually intwaso, right? I just needed to make that clear. I actually intwaso awuzanga ekuthwaseni okuyele bungemweni, but I'm there to mentor you through your spiritual journey. Whether you're gifted, you have a calling, whatever the case might be, I'm there to just give you that compass and direction as into what you need. So it used to be normally divided into multiple, you know, sessions, but now I decided to break it down and make it one session, which is a 4-week program that I am dedicated fully to you, when we communicate on a one-on-one basis, on a mass basis, whereas in a class basis. But it is for you. It is personally designed to help and assist you. So that is when I'm able to look at you in the eye and assist you with what I need to assist you with and help you. So it's a holistic type of healing situation whereby we look at the physical, the mental, the emotional, all these elements that are there, the spiritual, so that you can move on better, you know. In cases of the mentorship program, I've had a few of Abogogo that have come through the mentorship program, and right now I was speaking to one not so long ago. She not so long ago came back from Indwaso, and I was very excited for her because yes, she needed that direction. So she always says, I will never forget what a vital role you played in my life, because without you I wouldn't have, you know, gotten to where I went. And even coming across this program, things were a bit easier for me, because you already gave me, you know, the basics, you know, you already gave me the fundamentals as into what to expect, you know, how to cope around everything. So I am back and I'm ready. And you know, I'm just excited when I hear such beautiful, you know, testimonials from people, because it is not only praises to umsebenzi, but it's about ilozilami more than anything. It's about executing, you know, what they drop into my spiritual inbox, and once I see that, you know, being fully performed, I am really, really elated. So yeah, it's one of those. So that's the purpose of the mentorship program, right? So the mentorship program has a joining fee, whereby because I know the people will just WhatsApp and email unnecessarily, so just for curiosity, and some want to email and just for curiosity because they want to be a copy monkey see do type of situation. But I always say you can be a monkey see do type of situation in the executing part of things. So there's a joining fee where you are eligible for a meeting with me. That is when I'm able to now sit down with you and a virtual meeting or face to face, depending, and we are able to discuss moving further the program at large and what will be suitable for you when I give you a full spiritual analysis, or rather x-ray. So that is basically about the mentorship program. So it's going to be running for the whole of November. So November, it's going to be the beginning of the mentorship, and towards the end of November, the program should be over, so that we can work on to other things. But during November, I'll still be continuing with my normal work as usual, working on consultations, working on all the other things, events, everything in between. Will still continue to do that. It's just that I was highlighting good in November, my primary focus is gonna be the mentorship program. Okay, so one other announcement that I needed to, oh gosh, there's so much, things are just slipping my mind. The mentorship program is out of the way, consultations are out of the way. Oh yes, in terms of I hope you saw the flyer. We've decided to just broaden the spectrum in terms of being Umpoadimo, or rather Umpoadimo the brand. So I had a flyer out speaking about that I now do emceeing and appearances. And if you didn't know, in my past life I used to, yeah, I'm a socialite. So we decided to merge that with my brand, or rather with Umpoabadimu. And you know, because I've been receiving, Goga, I want you to come through to, you know, my homecoming, Goga, I want you to come through. So I decided to be like, you know what, let me just formalize this. So for any event that you're hosting and you feel that you want this vibe there, so you go through the right, you know, platforms to get through that, so you can book, and ta-da, I'll be at your doorstep. Or maybe you want to surprise someone with me, ta-da, I'll be there. So it's celebrations, traditional, spiritual, you know, celebratory, such as, you know, parties, anything else, events of sorts, spiritual lectures, teaching at schools if you need, because I feel we need to broaden the spectrum, right? So not only Minang school, and people are coming there to teach about Jesus and Christianity. So I just feel that maybe, you know, we should broaden the spectrum and maybe take it up a notch, whereby we also involve African spirituality in our education system. So be it talks at schools, whatever it is, motivational speaking, you know, holistically, you know, I'm your go-to girl. So yes. So I sat on this, and I was a bit reluctant, you know, to finally say I am doing such, but I am happy about it because it's more everything for me, and I get to do what I love, and being around people is what I love. So I actually feed off the energies that I get from people. So I'll definitely be seeing you around. So in case of the flyer and everything else, or the poster, I'll have that redone, because I got a few complaints in terms of the wording around what is going to be done around my appearancing and etc. So I'll have that redone, and then we'll post another one. So that will be uploaded on my Instagram, because I didn't put down this one that I put on YouTube. So on Instagram I put it down, but I'm gonna upload it back up again, where it's gonna be readable, like that you're gonna see that, oh, this is what I'm gonna be doing. So it's one of those type of situations. So I'm excited that the horizons have broadened, you know. I decided to give this thing a facelift, you know, and just not be narrow-minded, you know. I'm always an open-minded person, and if especially my ancestors have nothing against it, then who am I to say no, you know. And another thing is that don't worry, we'll get to the 17K celebrations, because I just needed to get these necessary appointments, these necessary announcements out of the way. I'm trying to think if I'm not forgetting anything. So yeah, November, December, we're gonna be busy. To me, whether it's month end or not, or it's there, it's still the same. So work will still continue as usual. So when it comes to the aspect of abantu abadinga ukuthwasa noma abantu that I've been receiving that a lot. Gogo ngicela ungithwasise. Gogo, can you be my gobela? All right. So I honestly don't like that, because I just feel that I don't want, you know, to attract certain things because of certain things. People that have been previously led to my path in terms of their journeys, it was because of that. So I'd also appreciate that. Don't be in my face. Don't slide into my DM. The first things first, you cannot be my DM if spiritually you were led to me and you were sent to my path. You are wrong. Gogo, can you be my gabela on Instagram? Really? Sliding to my email, God, can you be I'm a very traditional person. So we will follow the long route. That means we will follow the long route. So I was going to say maybe you should dream of a cow wearing stilettos, but a million of you are going to show up and say, Gogo, I dreamt of a cow wearing stilettos. But I know my people. Let's just say I know my tribe. So if there's anyone that is going to slide into my DM and say that, when you say Mina or something like that, you are speaking utter nonsense. You're just watching my videos a lot and you're thinking about me. But someone that is led to me, I will know it at first sight, at first contact, that you are meant ukuthi ngubambe ngesandla ngikhulise ngokudluzi. So let us stop that. I honestly don't like that, you know. I honestly don't like that. And it's not even about, you know, competition, whatever. That's why I'm not even bothered when it comes to such things, you know. If I was, I would have taken dawola yonke lento lena whereby everyone is saying Gogo, you my gobela. So now I'm chilled when it comes to that. I believe I will attract, you know, what it is meant to be in my path. But in the meantime, stay out of my DMs, you know. I've never encountered umntwana engibe naye and then was I give was slide a good DM yam or never. So don't try now. That's a bit disrespectful. So let's try and be civil as into how we handle ourselves. So we will continue with doing the good work. So please make sure you watch my videos and everything else in between. So I need to go rest today. So please be patient in terms of communication and everything else. And there's still going to be a few, you know, pop-up events around November that I was still pending, and there's still going to be continuation of other things that we needed to do, like the tour. There's going to be a lot of things, but I just hope, God willingly, I have the energy for it, because these days my body is just so it's just opening ourselves to beautiful possibilities. So I hope these announcements will find you in good spirits and in good health. But I'll definitely be back tomorrow, if not tomorrow, but I'll be back to continue where we left off. So there's still more we need to do. We are smelling and looking and laughing in 17K, so we still have that to address. So there's still a lot of things that we need to unpack. But thank you so much for your unfailing love and support towards the channel and me at large, for generally showing me love, because I mean, I wouldn't be if it wasn't for each of you coming here. So you watch this channel, that's why this channel is growing. You come here subscribing, and to me, you are not subscribers, but you are family. And yes, but we are family at the end of the day. So I am just happy about that we finally made it to here. So I'll be back with more exciting things, and let's see how far, you know, we get with umsebenzi wedlozi, spirit willingly and everything else. So ngizonibona, let me go rest and ngizwe ukuthi it's in everything because honestly I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So everything else, any queries or whatever, make sure that you pass them on to my assistant, that is meaning reaching out to our WhatsApp line. So make sure you do the right thing. So follow the right mediums to reach me, don't go to the wrong platforms, because and they will portray, or rather use my face or use my voice or use my videos and try to lure you into giving them money. So just be aware and know what's happening. So it is what it is. So, but I am Pobadimu, and I will thank you for coming through. I'm a fully vexed bae, and I'm proud of it, and I'm not ashamed. And people will always have their conspiracy theories when it comes to things, and I'm not about that. I will do at it, because at the end of the day, if this thing is gonna make me a vampire, I'm gonna leave this body and go back to my people. So we might as well do all these things. We tattoo these bodies, we do all these things. So what was a chemical in our bodies just to protect us? So we'll see how far we get with that. But thank you so much for coming through. Because I was telling my mom that yes, it will get to a point whereby when you have to really come consult, show me your vaccination card, because I don't know where you've been. I don't know. So rather, if you're coming for a face-to-face, that's what I was telling my mom, that that's where all of this is going. We need to move, because people are reckless. There's still people dying. People have forgotten, which is we are goopy. And man, we cannot, but let us be, let us just think, let us think. You could have known if there was something wrong with me or whatever, or if this vaccine was crippling me or something, but I'm still at myself. So it's a personal decision. No one is forcing anyone. And now you don't have a right to point fingers at the next person because they went to get a vaccine. It's a personal choice. It's their body, it's their system. So if you're out here, got your vaccine, kudos for you. And if you're against the vaccine, then kudos for you. At the end of the day, we're gonna be buried at the end of the day. We're gonna be ancestors at the end of the day, whether or not. So let us continue to do best. So I'm Pobadimu, the advocate of Ilosi, and I'll definitely see you around these YouTube streets, feeling rejuvenated and refreshed and ready to teach again.